All right, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Same normal faces. Nice you all keep coming back.
I know normally you've already moved on to the next one. This is a really weird one because there wasn't much to study on this last one. Have you ever had a game where you were just looking back at?
No, that was special. I mean, we enjoyed it for an hour and moved on. But you know, I think what gets lost a little bit in that is, you know, credit to the special teams didn't give up any points because that, you know, and the offense didn't turn it over or have one of those, because that's part of it. And then a lot of credit to our guys and the other guys that I don't want to get lost in all that is when we, somewhere in that fourth quarter, I think, when we kind of changed a lot of, those guys went in and did a nice job too, the Jack Cochrans and the Jeff Basses and all the guys that went in there, and Cooper McDonald, you know, they were on point. We all remembered what happened in the Baltimore game when they had that long run, so I think everybody was thinking about that. But it's a special thing. I'll think more about it, I think, when the season's over. What I did tell the guys was I hope that's not the best game we play this year. That would be kind of nice, right?
The players, like, you know, they physically don't have 65 plays to go through. But mentally for you, you only had to make 20-some calls, right? I mean,
Yeah, whatever. It was like
feel different?
30. It's funny. I'm like one moment at a time. I mean, it's like one series, that series over, I'm just thinking about what can happen on the next. And at the time, you don't know that it's going to come out like that. So I'm just thinking about the best way to stop the opposing offense on the next series. And then the game's over and you look up and, you know, I think the guys should be really proud of that.
Generally speaking, you guys have had a lot of success against some of the backs that have gone off against other teams. I guess what do you think has been the secret sauce?
I don't really want to talk about that because I'm not even going to hit that one. I mean, I hope it's because our guys, you know, rise up to the challenge. But we're about to face some other ones this week. This number 22 that has jumped onto the scene is really, really good. All three of these backs, I think, do a really good job of breaking tackles. So that's never going to change for us in any game that we go into. The first focus is going to be on stopping the run attack, because I firmly believe if you don't do that, you get yourself in trouble.
Through your lens, what's been holding Christian Fulton back from getting to the line?
Well, a couple things. I mean, it's a hard thing for Christian right now. Now, I think he's getting there health-wise, but now you've lost all the practice time, you lost all the reps. Noel has gone in there and done a really nice job. And we'll see where it goes. I talk to him usually weekly about be ready, because you know, inevitably in this league you're going to need more than 2 or 3, sometimes even 4 corners. We're going to need them all. So at some point we're going to need him, and he's working hard at it. It's just that, and especially with where we're going with practices now, we just can't get that volume of reps for guys, and so we're kind of sticking around.
Your offense is, on the other side of the football is averaging 3.5 minutes to drive. I mean, it's the most time anybody in the league. But they've had some that are at least 4, 5, 6, 8-minute drives. What does that do for you as a coordinator to have that kind of time?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It doesn't do as much to me as I think as our players. It gets them fresher. We're over there. We're able to go over there and make, you know, necessary adjustments. Sometimes when you get a long drive on defense, and you feel like you got to cover a bunch of things, and all of a sudden the offense is 3 and out, you don't get a chance to do it. So it does give us time to reload mentally and then physically for the guys to get ready for the next series. It's nice to have. It's a nice thing to have.
Couple more.
What's been the difference in preparing for this Washington team when you know Daniels isn't going to play? I know you have a lot of respect for Mariota.
Yeah, that's a great question, and I'll be perfectly frank. It didn't change at all, and I'll tell you why. I think they did a really good job for their team by getting a backup quarterback, who I think fits exactly what they do. Like, it doesn't feel like, you know, sometimes we play. Let's say we play a drop back quarterback and the backup is a athlete, and we always got to talk about maybe have a couple of reps in practice in case this happens. I don't think they skip a beat in terms of what they're doing offensively. I think Cliff just runs the offense because he knows the next guy in there, and I got a lot of respect for Marcus. I think he's 11 seasons in this league. You know, put a highlight tape on yesterday morning. First thing we started off with of just plays he's had with his feet and with his arm. I think he fits this offense really, really well.
Steve, what have you seen from Leo Chenal over the last 3 years, and especially this season?
Yeah, listen, Leo is a key guy to what we do and what we've become because of how many things he can do. I mean, you guys have all seen it. He plays linebacker, then we put him at end. He's gone in there and played tackle. Eventually we'll probably have him out at corner. or playing safety or something, but the versatility of Leo especially and Drew, with the things that they can do, it really helped us to kind of put things out there that may be a little bit unconventional at times. Leo's been terrific. I mean, he's as valuable as anybody getting in there. In key situations, you know, we use him for a lot of different things.
How does losing Omar Norman Lott affect what you want to do on the interior defensive line?
Yeah, I was really disappointed to lose Omar. I mean, it was kind of a up and down year from in terms of being healthy, right? I lost a lot of time in training camp, and then he didn't play in the first game, and then he kind of came on, and then he did something on a Friday practice, right, a couple weeks ago. Then he finally gets back, boom, and then he has this happen. So it's disappointing for him. You know, he'll grind through it, and we'll get him back next year. What I thought he gave us was some juice inside, you know, with the way he moved. We won't have that now. I mean, we'll get some next guys to step up, and Jerry will give him more time, and Derek will get more time. I think Derek's been practicing and playing really solid for us, so we need that. You know, Chris is in there, and then, you know, we may have to ask some of the ends to go inside and mix and match it a little bit. But we took a little bit of hit there because I thought Omar was doing that, and I expected him to continue that way. So
Thank you,
just need to
Coach.
get him healthy. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.